The endowment effect. Why sellers overprice their home? You list your home for $1.25 million. Your realtor recommends $1.15. You say, but I renovated the kitchen. We raised our kids here. It's worth more to us. Exactly, to you. But to the market, that emotional premium doesn't exist. This is called the endowment effect, and it is why so many listings sit stale while smarter homes get sold. If you've ever tried to sell your home or helped someone who did, you've probably seen this. Owners who think their property is worth more than the market says. They overprice it, it sits, showing slows down. Eventually, it sells lower than it could have if only it was priced right to begin with. Why does this happen? It all comes down to a psychological bias called the endowment effect, coined by Nobel Prize-winning economist Richard Thaler. The endowment effect explains how people overvalue what they already own simply because they own it. Today, we will unpack what the endowment effect is and how it wraps sellers' judgment, real-world examples of how emotional pricing kills deals, and a smarter way to price and sell without losing your mind or your money. Let's get into it. 1. What is the endowment effect and why it wraps sellers' judgment? The endowment effect is a cognitive bias where people assign more value to things just because they own them. It's not logical, it's emotional. Here's how it works. You own a mug, someone offers you $6, you say no. You wouldn't sell it for less than $10, but you would never pay $10 for the very same mug. In real estate, this bias is supercharged because homes aren't mugs. They're personal. They carry memories, identity, pride, effort, and upgrades. For example, you spend about $40,000 on a custom kitchen. You feel like the home should be worth at least that much more, but if similar homes without that upgrade are selling for 1.1 mil, the market doesn't care about your attachment. As a result, you list too high, buyers avoid it, the listings go stale, then you drop the price and you can't sell it actually to the price that you want because people feels you're disparate. This is the endowment effect. It's a spiral and it all starts with overvaluation caused by emotional ownership. Now, let's look at some real-world examples of emotional pricing backfiring. Let's look at what actually happens when sellers fall into the endowment trap. A. Overpricing from day one. You list your place for $999 where comps suggest $925. You'll justify by saying ours is better, but buyers aren't comparing your home to your memory, they're actually comparing it to the other listings. Now, your overpriced listing helps other homes sell faster because yours makes their look like a deal. After 3 weeks, price drop. After 6 weeks, lowball offers. After 2 months, withdrawn or sold below what you could have gotten if priced right from the first day. B. Valuing upgrades dollar for dollars. You guys installed $20,000 hardwood floors and $15,000 bathroom upgrades, but what if your buyer prefers carpet or plans to gut the bathroom anyway? Sellers often believe the market will return 100% off what they've put in. That's not how it works. The market values utility, not sentiment. C. We'll just wait for the right buyer syndrome. You get an offer that's 2% below asking. You reject it, thinking, we'll wait, someone will come. 2 months later, that same buyer has moved on, and you accept an even lower offer. If you're lucky, the longer it sits, the more negotiating power you lose. 3. A smarter way to price and sell without emotion clouding the math. So, how do you avoid the endowment effect when it's time to sell? A. Start with market comparables, not memories, not your personal connection to your home. Your personal connection to your home is beautiful, but it doesn't set market value. Work with your realtor to pull recent local and real estate comps. Look at price per square foot, layout similarities, and true sold prices, not just listings. Ask, if I were buying this home today, knowing nothing about its history, how much would I pay? That's the price your buyer is thinking too. B. Assume you're biased, because you are actually. Acknowledging the bias helps reduce its impact. Tell your agent, help me price this home like I'm advising a stranger. This builds distance between you and the asset. Even experienced investors do this, they depersonalize. C. Price strategically, not sentimentally. Sometimes pricing slightly below market value creates urgency and drives up offers. Overpricing, on the other hand, slows momentum and costs more in the long run. Let the market build competition. Do not chase a phantom value nobody's willing to pay. Pro tip: price it right, market it well, and you're more likely to sell at or above asking. Price it too high and you will likely to sell below where you started. Selling a home is emotional, but pricing it shouldn't be. The endowment effect convinces us that because it's ours, it must be worth more. But the market doesn't buy your memories, it buys based on value, data, and comparisons. If you want to sell smart, detach emotionally. Use logic, use comps, and don't let your personal history with the property sabotage your financial future. Okay, folks, if this video helped you shift your perspective as a seller or gave you clarity as a buyer, hit that like button. Subscribe for more insights on behavioral psychology, real estate strategy, and avoiding the costly traps most people never see coming. And drop a comment. Have you ever overpriced something because it felt worth more to you? Let's talk about how that turned out. I'm Heman. Think clearly, price smart, and let the market, not your memories, set the value. Thank you very much.